How can we actually prepare companies to be ready to face the challenges of the future? Hence yung succession na tinatawag. I love working with my client partners on those areas. Pero sabi na nga nila, it's a test of character and also will help me grow into a better person. And it has been through the years. We're looking for tools to provide a better understanding of what's going on. One of the key learnings would be making sure we get our hands-on data and information at the shortest possible time is really the nature of leadership is really changing. Kung ano yung nakasanayan nating capabilities ng leaders noon to make them successful.
One of the keynote speakers mentioned about attending a convention is just like a therapy for us leaders. Sinabi niya yung tandang-tanda ko yun.
Because the past 2 years, this pandemic has opened the eyes of our countrymen on the importance of life insurance and the health co. We are really very excited and looking forward for a bigger growth this 2022.
In all sectors of businesses, there's always ups and downs.
It's an act of love. It's an act of service that we talk to them. Just, hi, hello, kumusta sila, anong nararamdaman nila, etc., etc.
Kumbaga, collective effort po talaga lahat ng ginagawa ng organization. This is for the benefit of all our members. Ang mangyari, they don't have any choice but to learn the digital way. So 2020 was the learning time natin. 2021, kumbaga parang lumalabas nandiyan na, you need to apply it na.
Ito na talaga.
Yeah, I agree to that. I'm personally proud to experience how the industry came together to achieve these huge milestones, Sir Ivy. Rather than being upended, ASPLI brought the sessions that are normally done face-to-face or on-site, we brought it to cyberspace. And then at the height of the pandemic in 2020, we offered all the learning sessions for free to members and non-members alike.
Bilib na bilib ako kasi sabi ko, meron pa lang ganun, konti lang bibigay mo. Pero lahat magtutulong-tulong para alagaan yung pamilya. I cannot think of any other investment that can do that. Pag confident ka in front of the client, and you can be confident only when you know exactly what you're talking about. And you know that you're solving a problem of this person in front of you, and that you're doing this person a big favor. I know of quite a lot of leaders who are not NDRTs, but they have a team na high performing. Hindi kailangan mag-NDRT for you to manage, to be a leader of a high performing team. Because the leader can be an MDRT leader.
Well, it's really a different world, no? Management and agency is one universe, but they're different planets. Siguro that's how I can put it. No? I usually, dialogue with them, asking them what is the best thing to do. Mas mahalaga sa kanila yung parang, alam niyo na, yung parang
of it kagad, di ba?
Oo, para mala Andres Bonifacio na leader na halika na, gawin na natin to, lusog tayo.
Lusog na agad. Yes. Action agad.
Yeah, action.
But they would always come to me, maybe because I always tell them, you talk to everybody in the group if you really want to be successful here. Pick up what you think would be, would apply to your style or situation. And that makes you unique, a combination of this person and that person, di ba? I have learned so much as a mentor to the Alpha program, and I have prepared not just myself, but help prepare everybody to pivot and see the silver lining.
Having fun while learning with integrity and trust. So ganun siya. We maximize social media like TikTok, Facebook, and of course, with that kasi boss, we're able to reach out to yung magka-same wavelength naman natin, diba? So, of course, andyan yung support ng company for our manager hiring program. So, it's part really of recruiting leaders, no? Kung passionate ka sa ginagawa mo, hindi mo na iniisip na nagtatrabaho ka.
Those who are driven mainly by agency forces or in the banca, they were able to post growth. No, people believe in the industry, our distributors, our leaders. There should be a deep understanding of the reason why both are in the business. So it's very crucial. No? Really, you should trust your companies, you should trust your organizations, because the organizations and the companies in the life insurance industry's goal is to ensure that we will be able to protect the lives of our clients, of our customers.
Inisip ko kasi, they have a good life already there. They're performing very well. And iniisip ko, paano pag hindi kami naging successful, di ba? But because of the trust they have given you. So, nagsimula po akong maglista ng mga pangalan ng mga kliyente namin, and I start calling them, pati yung partner ko. Parang established na ako di ba? Pero isang bagay, Sir Ivy, that struck me the most, sabi niya sa akin, just saan ba kita dinalang kumpanya na hindi ka kumita? I have this feeling, sabi ko, subukan mo kasi we'll never know kung anong meron dito unless we try it. So,
I want more productive kasi sayang naman yung time ko na nasa bahay lang kaysa manood ako ng teleserye. Ang most challenging ko, no, given the pandemic situation, migrating to the digital world of doing business now. I do not change really my leadership style or apply different values to different situations. Kasi naniniwala ako that consistency, no, promotes credibility and reliability. It even gave him more motivation to build his own empire, to blaze his own trail, and creating successes of his own.
Good evening, Jay. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Leaders in Action, Season 3, Episode 12. Tonight, we get a chance to speak with another industry association whose mission is to promote the highest standards of ethics, client service, and productivity in our industry. We will explore how the concept of professionalism in our industry has evolved over time, especially with the rapid development in technology that has removed geographical barriers and created a more informed and certainly demanding customer. We often describe someone successful as a true professional, but does that actually mean real professional? A quote about professionalism reads, "Professionalism is a frame of mind, not a paycheck." It will be interesting to find out what might be inside the mind of the professional in our business. Our guest this evening will share with us his association's take about professionalism and what they do to raise the standards of the profession.
Good evening, Mr. IB, and good evening, everyone who are joining with us or who's joining us tonight. Welcome again to Leaders in Action, your partner in your leadership journey and success. With a changing industry landscape, what is now our view about professionalism in the industry? Moreover, with a different and more powerful lens, what or how do customers now measure a financial advisor's performance and service? Before we proceed to answer those questions, we would like to first thank again our special guest last week, Ms. Jeline Aceron, Top Senior Agency Manager of Sun Life Grepa. Jeline spoke at length how her authentic brand of leadership was enabled her to effectively and greatly influence her team members to consistently strive to do better. She also emphasized the need for agency leaders to really invest time knowing and understanding their people, because only by doing this will leaders can really be able to effectively guide and direct their people into achieving their personal goals as well as that of the team. You can still watch our interview with Jeline on our Facebook page and YouTube channel.
The financial advisor career requires a license and a certain level of education, skills, and training. But do these things automatically make one professional? Companies hold various recognition and awards events. Are the qualifiers to these prestigious affairs the real professionals? At times, policyholders go out of their way to commend their service providers. Are these then the true professionals? What must be in place for a financial advisor to earn the title of a professional of the highest standards? With the renewed interest of the public on the importance of life insurance, it is vital that the industry responds in a manner that exceeds customer expectations. As they say, in a true professional manner.
And also, Mr. Ivy, what must companies do to ensure that the highest level of professionalism in their organization? What is the role of agency leaders in leveling up the behaviors and the attitudes of their own advisors? How do support groups like the different industry associations help raise the ways practitioners conduct themselves in the market? How does one consistently demonstrate quality selling and servicing? Ang dami nating questions na sasagutin ngayong gabi, Mr. Ivy. And to help us stretch out these fundamental but very essential questions about the level of professionalism in the industry, we are very pleased to have with us to share also what their association offers to level up the quality of the insurance profession. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome our special guest sharer for tonight, a much sought after speaker on investment and finance, a colleague from way back and now the president, second termer president of PFAP, or the Professional Insurance and Financial Advisors Association of the Philippines. Mahaba yung title. Kamuntik na ako mabulol. So, ladies and gentlemen, ayan na po siya. Let's welcome Mr. Alijeffty Gonzales. Hi, Jeff.
Okay, hello, ma'am. Thank you, Ma'am Jay. Good evening, Boss Ivy.
Hi.
Good evening, yung mga followers ng Leaders in Action. No? As gaya sabi ni Ma'am Jay, my name is Alijeffty Gonzales. No? I started being engaged with the financial services industry from the corporate side. No? Now, dyan kami nagkasama ni Boss Ivy tsaka ni Ma'am Jay in the past. No? And then I was lucky enough to be able to, to join the agency force in 2019. I'm happy to say I was able to become an active advisor for 8 months, until the lockdown. So I'm the current president of PFAP. Now, PFAP is an association that was formed in 2001 by the late Betty Alejandrino. So this is we would like to believe that we are the leading insurance and financial services professionals association dedicated to the high standards of ethics, client service, and productivity. Now, we are one of the 2 industry association accredited by the $1 Million Roundtable to accredit for the MDRT requirements. Now, yung mission and vision namin are guided by a set of code of ethics. Now, what we would want to most do is that we would want to encourage our members to always put the best interest of the clients above their own, ensuring full disclosure so that clients can make informed decision. Now, we are encouraging our members to maintain a highest standard of professional competence, no, through the regular, pursuit of skills upgrading and continuing education, no. Yung kasing negosyo natin sa financial advisory services, no, this is not something that a common layman person can really readily understand, no. So I think it is really up to us financial advisors to be able to explain yung mga complex terms that has then in relation to the products that we offer, so that our clients will be able to make the most appropriate and informed decision when they get products for themselves. No? Now, as of the moment, I am a private consultant, no, to some life insurance companies. I do a lot of work for them in the area of sales and distribution. No? I help them launch certain programs. I help them launch products. And most of the time, no, I help encourage the agents, no, to really level up, no, yung sense of professionalism nila by providing them with relevant, up-to-date information on the market and how to guide the clients, no, through the volatility of the markets that we are seeing right now. I think that's it, sir.
Naalala kita, Jeff, and you said it correctly, how to translate a complex principle or investment term into something that is doable. But to me, that is very important. It continues to be very important. And I am very happy to learn that you are now on your own and can be actually accessed by anyone in the industry. Congratulations. Now,
salamat po.
To PPAF, Jeff, you've mentioned that there are a couple of other associations. What makes you different in terms of a focus or approach from other associations? So kumbaga, ano yung specialty ninyo that you offer to members different from others?
Okay. Siguro first I'd like to talk about what is similar with us, no? Now what is similar would be maybe our common intention of trying to to help the agency, to help the industry, to help the agents become more professionals, no? Now, yung difference namin with LUWAP, no, to be specific about that, is that to be a member of PFAP, no, we have certain production requirements, right? Now, it's 500,000 pesos per year, no? So to become a full-fledged member of PFAP, no, a prospective member should at least reach a certain level, no, of productivity to become a member.
So parang meron kayong niche of the financial advisors.
That's correct, sir.
Your focus, kasi di ba maraming mga initiatives and programs ang mga association. But is there something that is really parang you can claim na pang PPAF talaga nag-umpisa nito, o PPAF at ito talaga ang focus ng grupo? Meron bang ganon?
Okay. Now, in terms of yung topics and subjects that we conduct during our regular special interest session, since most of our members are tenured already, and would have stayed in the industry for a quite number of years, the topics that we are presenting to them would be a little bit more advanced, Like we would have certain topics on asset allocation, we would have certain topics on how to use insurance as a wealth enhancement tool. Medyo advanced na siya, Now, this particular subject matter might not be of interest to the rookie agent as of now. Right? So yung target talaga namin would be medyo may experience na in the field of financial advisory, And then second is that yung members namin are not limited to the life insurance financial advisors, We would have members coming from the non-life industry, we would have members coming from the mutual fund industry. So anybody that is engaged in the financial services industry are welcome to join, provided they meet a certain production requirements.
That's good. A higher level, tapos much more comprehensive yung net ninyo.
That's correct. Yeah.
Now, who's helping you? Malaking trabaho ang pagiging isang presidente, but who's helping you? Meron ba kayong board of trustees? Meron ba kayong committee to help you in managing the association?
Okay. Currently, yung PFAP will be headed technically by our chairwoman, si Miss Esperanza Chong of Manulife, She's assisted by our vice chairman, si Leopold Joseph Hanner of Manulife. And then we would have a board of trustees, na itong board trustees namin have a monthly meeting when we discuss yung things that we could do to help the financial advisor. Members would be coming from, like Joy Flores of Insular Life, Rohel Morales of AIA Life, We have Bexa Tanco of Manulife, Cathy Yu, Ella Humaos of FWD, Ninette Alano of AXA, and Armin Nabablit of Manulife. No? So itong Board of Trustees namin meet every month to discuss yung programs namin, coming programs, and yung direction that we would want to take, no, to help level up, no, yung ating professionalism in the agency force.
Right. Thank you, Jeff. We pag-usapan natin ng mas malalim yung professionalism. Jay?
Yes. Jeff, just like the other industry associations, I assume that PFAP also at the start of each year, no, you have your planned programs, no, and activities lined up.
Okay.
How is your programs in 2021? How were they affected by the pandemic?
Actually, ma'am, nag-start ng 2020, no? Yung PFAP has been known to conduct this annual congress every year, no? We have done around 14 already, no, since the founding of PFAP in 2001. Unang-una yung congress na wala, no? And then second, prior to pandemic, we have to have this special interest session which we do quarterly on a face-to-face basis, no? So when the pandemic hit, no, sabi nga yung most used term ngayon yung pivot, no? Nag-pivot kami to the digital platform. Okay. So what we did was that from the usual 4 special interest session that we do every year, in-increase namin to 6, no? As the need, no, for more information, you know, more guidance, no, arises. So yung mga topics that we have presented in the last 2 years would have a lot to do with how to cope, you know, with the stresses in the economy, maybe how to, you know, how to create a good presentation using the digital platform, etc. This is to help our members adjust to the new normal. Yeah.
Which among these programs that you have lined up, which of these did you really think had the biggest impact? Oo, sa inyong mga members?
Siyempre, yung biggest impact will be the one that we did with my mentor, si Rex Mendoza. No? It was one of the most attended special interest session that we conducted. And then we had some professionals, no, from the digital world, no, that came and talked to the members to show them tips and guidelines. No? Actually, yung isa sa mga program namin is to teach the members on how to effectively use Zoom to talk to clients. No? So these are the things that we have done so far.
Okay. And maganda, no? Talagang very wide yung range ng inyong
kasi kahit na tenured na sila, marami dyan medyo ano pa takot
actually,
sa tech, no?
Oo, actually mukhang sa tenured nga ang challenge pagdating sa techie, no? Parang nakaka-relate ako doon, Jeff.
Yeah.
No? So nakita natin na talagang very wide yung range, no, ng topics nyo, no, from talagang pinaka no, parang napaka-detalye na talagang sa pag-zoom, to the more complex na mga financial financial topics, no. Ano yung assessment mo? Kamusta naman? Paano naman naka-adjust? Paano natulungan ng ang mga advisors o yung mga members nyo nito mga programa nyo? Yeah.
Now, based on the feedback na nakukuha po namin sa mga members namin, no, a lot of them has actually recovered. No? 2020 is really a bad year. No? Yung 2020, marami sa mga members namin actually are not able to, to satisfy the production requirements of 500,000. So what we did in 2020 was actually to waive the requirements, no, until this is over, no. So we are imposing the requirements starting this year. So in 2021, pass muna sila, no. So wala munang production requirements, no. So the time. That time was spent in trying to help them recover, help them build up their skills level again, so that when the market reopens, ready na sila.
Okay, that's good, no? At least one is that you reconsidered, no, waiving momentarily yung production requirements, no?
Medyo mauubos kami.
I mean, that also shows na you're sensitive also to the plight of our advisors.
Advisors,
Pero sabi nga nila 2022 back to normal na.
Back to normal na.
Okay, so impose na ulit ang ang
production requirements,
ang production requirements. Okay, so that's good, no, na even during the height of the pandemic talaga ang PFAP was there, no, ready to give assistance talaga to our financial advisors. So that's good to hear.
Yeah, salamat po.
Jeff, maganda yung in-increase nyo agad yung inyong special sessions, no? I think
from 4 to 6,
no, that's good. Number 2, tama yung sinabi mo nga na you felt what's happening on the ground, tapos you made adjustment as far as membership is concerned. But at the same time na ngayon, nalalaman nyo na gumaganda na yung panahon, balik na ulit, di ba? Para complacency mag-step in.
Yes,
now, we have seen a lot of changes in our industry. In particular, alam naman natin na yung mga customers ngayon, matanong at maraming alam.
More knowledgeable, yeah.
Yes, so plus the fact that yung digitalization, while it created market opportunities, but at the same time, it removed the geographical barriers. So yung kliyente, pwedeng bumili sa kahit sino na outside of territory, di ba? Okay, so itong mga changes nito, anong impact nito dun sa standards na kailangan meron tayo sa financial advisory?
Actually, sir, ang tingin ko, it puts more pressure on the financial advisor to try to level up yung skills niya. Kasi ang kliyente naman hindi bibili sa isang advisor kung wala siya nakikitang value. Right? So I think the whole opening up because of this digitalization of the financial services industry, at least into some aspect, puts pressure on the financial advisor to really level up yung skills nila. Kasi syempre, if a client would have choices of choosing advisors from all over, pipiliin niya yung pinaka-reliable, pinaka-dependable.
Correct. Oh, that's very true. Now, knowing that na kailangan mag-level up siya, anong dapat agad na ginagawa ng financial advisor maliban na mag-attend sa iyong special session? Kasama na 'yon, alright? What must the financial advisor do to sabi mo level up to that expectations of the client?
Yung pag ganito, sir, in my experience, I got this 8-month stint as a financial advisor, Now, one of the first lessons I learned is that yung prospect will not readily buy from somebody who is very knowledgeable. All right? Bumibili lang ang prospect sa isang advisor if the prospect would trust the advisor. So siguro I think the basic requirement really for a financial advisor is tama, maganda na yung marami siyang alam pero he still needs to put the client's interest as the priority.
I think that's very important, yung element of trust.
Yeah, that's correct.
And as you mentioned, hindi porket marami kang alam, kaagad tiwalaan ka, di ba? Now, in this regard, what do you, ano yung mga programa o paano makakatulong ang association sa mga members na gusto mag-level up?
Okay. Yung sa amin, like yung, there's really no way we can control yung how an agent would be presenting to a prospect when they engage already so sa amin lang hindi kami nagsasawa to remind our members that we need to put the client's interest as a number one priority, right? So what we can do as an association maybe is to give them the knowledge that would be able to help them serve their clients better, like for example the most popular product right now would be the BUL. Itong BUL wala nung araw to, pero BUL is one product that would be directly affected by changes in the market every time, So every time may volatility, clients would be scared, So yung mga agents natin would be at a loss on how to explain what's happening to the client. So this is where the knowledge come in. Alright? Pero yung how they actually engage with the client, talagang hindi natin makokontrol yun kasi nasa field na sila Alright? So I think what we can really do is simply to remind them that clients' interest should be at the forefront of whatever priorities they have.
Well, very important yung reminder na parang sa anak, hindi ba? Pag medyo almost every day, remind natin yung mga bata ng proper way of doing things, di ba? Thank you, Jeff.
Jeff, as Mr. Ivy mentioned a while ago, itong dalawang major developments na ito, clients talagang increase awareness about insurance, and the second is yung talagang pag-advance ng digital technology. Aside from these two developments, do you see any other trends in the industry in the coming years?
And in terms of product preference, in terms of
siguro in terms of product preference, ano bang expectations ng mga clients na natin, and also yung in terms of servicing.
Okay. Now, one of the evolving trends na napapansin namin ngayon, no, is the shift of interest into wealth management as a whole, no. In the past kasi whenever we talk about financial advisory, we're mostly limited to just one product. No, for example, kapag life insurance agent ka, the product solution that you most often would be offering would be centered on a life insurance product. No, so I think yung evolving trend right now, from the market is that a lot of this newly rich, newly affluent market would be looking for an advisor that would be able to provide them with yung well-rounded advice, on all aspect of wealth management. Life insurance surely would come in as one of those components, Pero dapat yung advisor natin would also be knowledgeable, on other aspect of the wealth management space.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay. I think that is triggered also by as what mentioned earlier,
Yeah.
yung access nila to information, no?
That's correct, no?
At one click of the finger, talagang
Yeah.
nandiyan na yung information. So sabi ko nga, if before life insurance lang ang alam ng ating mga kliyente when they are talking to financial advisors, now it's no longer the case.
Yeah.
So kaya in turn dapat yung mga advisors din natin talagang mas well-rounded, no?
That's correct, Pamu.
Na sila.
Yeah.
Okay.
One
And,
case in point would be yung mga yung discussion on Bitcoin, no? Now, Bitcoin has attracted a lot of attention from the market recently, especially during the time of pandemic, no? Now, we have actually gotten a lot of requests now from our members to conduct a special session to make them understand what a Bitcoin really is, no?
Yes.
So siguro these are how we adjust to the times. Opo.
That's true, no? Talagang mas nagiging complicated at mas maraming products available.
Yeah.
At saka dapat yung advisors alam niyang ma-highlight yung advantage ng product niya.
That's correct. That's correct.
Those
Yeah.
other products in the market. Now,
Opo.
Jeff, having said that, what do you see is the prospect of the industry?
Yeah, actually, we're very optimistic, no? Now, I was looking at the latest report of the Insurance Commission. No? They had this report already posted in their website as of the third quarter of last year, no? And I was pleasantly surprised that yung total premium of the whole industry is already up by 14%, no? And the best-selling product, no, if you drill down on the details, no, it would show that the best-selling product of the industry last year happens to be a single-pay BUL. All right. So in investment product to, no. So siguro it tells us that maybe yung market po natin would be more open right now, no, to products that we offer them. So we are quite optimistic for this year.
Now, aside from the ongoing pa rin na crisis doon sa Russia at Ukraine.
Russia naman ngayon.
Aside from that, alam naman natin talaga nakaka-apekto, no, dun sa recovery na sana na natin. We're really looking forward to experiencing already this 2022. Aside from the crisis there, is there any other possible factors that made that confidence?
Okay. Now, to answer that question, no, ang wish ko lang ngayon sana may crystal ball ako, no. No. yung what would happen tomorrow is really something that we cannot predict, no. Siguro ang may tutulong lang natin sa financial advisor, no, is to give them enough knowledge, no, to be able to, so that yung advisors natin will be able to help clients to mitigate most of the risk that could happen in their life. No? Kasi what could happen tomorrow is really something very uncertain, no? Sana nga may crystal ball ako, no? So, to the best of our ability, to the best of our knowledge, what we wanted to help the advisors, we said we would like to provide all of this to them. No, so that kapag kaharap nila yung kliyente face-to-face meeting or even through Zoom, no, they would be able to provide options, no, that would be able to mitigate all of the possible risks that can happen.
Yeah. Definitely, uncertainty is really everywhere. Okay. Because of this pandemic, nakita natin and it has proven that anything can happen, no?
That's correct, ma'am.
Talagang in an instant, our life can change.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, in your current status now, no, na okay, you continue to have this opportunity, no, to deal with leaders.
Yeah.
Now, given all the changes in the industry, no, all the positive prospects at the same time, yung mga challenges that are still there, how do you think leaders what should they do so that they can really continue to better support their advisors, no, for the challenges or the opportunities that await them.
All right. I was able to, to conduct several planning, no, for leaders, no, for some companies, no. I think yung main message ko, no, during my time with them is that they need to be in the forefront in learning all of these new things, eh. Because as leaders, no, sila yung nag-guide dapat, no. So before before a question would be asked from their advisor, at the very least dapat may idea na sila kung ano yun, eh. Right? So I think going forward, no, with all of these changes happening, no, with all of these changes that we can expect to happen, yung leaders natin should be in the forefront of learning new things, no? Dahil sila ang nag-guide, eh, no? Now it's going to be very awkward, no, pag lumapit sa akin yung ahente ko and would be start asking me questions that I don't have an answer to. That's going to be very awkward.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
No? So, oo, no, yung continuous learning,
Yeah.
Modeling the way,
Yeah.
continue to be a requirement, no?
Yeah, that's correct.
Foremost ngayon to sa mga leaders.
Mga leaders, yeah.
Yes, mga leaders natin. So, thank you, Jeff, for
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
You've mentioned about yung kailangan talaga ng isang advisor na nakakaintindi ng marami, no? But again, for your comfort, even the banks have the same problem. Pag sila lumalapit sa isang kliyente, yun lang kanilang produkto ang kanilang naiintindihan, ano? At
Yeah.
as you said, but this is the way to go, no? One way is for the person to really know a lot about products. O kaya pwede siguro yung mag-team, 'di ba?
Yeah,
Let's say somebody from the funds, from the bank and insurance can so that provide a more comprehensive set of products to a particular customer. We've been talking, or your association has been espousing the need for professionalism. Siguro para mas maganda maipicture, envision din, nung panahon ng COVID, yung sa kasagsagan ng COVID, ano dapat ang ginawa ng isang financial advisor para matawag siya na talagang tunay na professional?
Okay. Dun sa kasagsagan ng COVID, sir, no, I think that was also the time na kasagsagan din ng volatility of the market, no. Now, I think one of the areas that an advisor needs to address would be to make the clients feel that they're always there all of the time, no. If there's any concern from the client with regards now to their coverage, no, with regards to the market, dapat laging siya nandun, no. And then every time the client calls him, dapat meron din siyang sensible na paliwanag, no. I'm not saying na he needs to be able to explain everything, no. Pero at least may balik lang yung sense of comfort that everything's gonna be everything's gonna be okay soon. Parang ganon, no.
In other words, visibility
and yeah.
Basta visibility kasi nandiyan ka na eh. Pag tinanong ka, capability to respond. Kung sabi mo nga hindi naman niya alam, at least alam niya kung sino yung pwedeng sumagot at madala niya yung sagot agad-agad, no.
That's correct.
Okay. Now, pero in today's context, Jeff, again, based on your experience, what does professionalism really mean? And then, is that level of professionalism more difficult to achieve today?
Yeah, I think I'd like to relate to one of the things you mentioned during your opening statement, no, that some advisors would be awarded no certain recognition. No, alam naman natin yung mga awards na to are mostly based on sales, no. Now, yung ba ang basehan ng isang professional na advisor? Right now, well, there could be some debates no with regards to the issue. Yung a professional advisor, I think, no, most of all, no, should put the client's interests as the first priority. No, I think yan lang dapat, no. As an advisor, we have that fiduciary responsibility to do what is right by the client. All right, fiduciary, I think it is expected, no. Well, I think this is one of the dilemma for a typical agent, no. Yung client needs a product solution, all right? The agent would have two options. Yung isa, syempre, can pay a little bit more. Yung isa can pay a little bit less, no? Yes. Now, our experience would tell us that yung bias dyan, no, would be for the product that pays a little bit more. All right. While the net effect might be the same pagdating sa dulo, no? Pero, these things are things na we can only provide guidelines, no? And hope for the best that agents would abide.
Yeah.
Kasi nasa field na sila, there's really no control, no?
Yeah. But to your point, the simplest answer is that you must keep the client's interest topmost in your mind, which
That's correct, yeah.
can be as simple as that, pero sa totoo nga lang, it can be
Yeah.
in the field, di ba?
Yeah, maraming gray area in the field.
Oo, na parang
Yeah.
mas malaki ang makukuha ko dito, baka ito yung, so hindi na yun ang for client, di ba? But
Yeah,
those
that's
are
correct.
piece of life, and that's why we have leaders, we have associations, and we have
Yeah.
companies banging the heads of the advisors to keep the clients in mind. No?
Yeah.
Now, thanks for that simple yet very, to me, clear concept of professionalism. Now, aside from what you have mentioned earlier, Jeff, ano-ano pa yung mga programang nila-line up ninyo sa PIPA for 2022 na pas lalo nyong bigyan ng knowledge and confidence ang inyong mga members?
Okay. Now, most of the programs that we have in the past are centered on learning sessions. These are the special interest sessions that we now conduct 6 times a year. Now, our next project that we would like to do, starting maybe second half of this year, is to have a sort of a mentoring program. Kasi we understand that certain advisors would have certain special needs na pagdating sa, in their effort to level up yung professionalism nila. So what we would like to do is to make available to newer members yung experience ng more tenured members namin. Match lang namin sila. So yung advisor would have somebody to look up to, parang kuya, parang ate, that they can ask anytime with regards to anything, do sa practice ng ating profession.
Yeah. Again, that's good considering ang daming pagbabago sa industriya, di ba?
Yeah,
so, kailangan marami ka rin pwedeng mapagtanungan o makuhanan ng perspective para mabuo yung iyong knowledge to come out with a good decision. Thank you.
Yeah. That is nice to hear, Jeff, that yung mentor-mentee program nyo, Kasi in our past mga interviews, talagang yung mentoring and yung coaching, parang isa yun sa lumalabas na talagang required skill ngayon ng mga leaders. Ng mga leaders. So providing this kind of program for them where they can further yung kanilang skills, talagang maa-appreciate nila yan. I just hope na maraming makaka-participate, as maraming umattend ng inyong programa.
Salamat po.
Jeff, aside from what you mentioned earlier that you waived the
production requirements.
Okay, pero ngayon binabalik nyo na. Okay.
For this year.
For this year. How else are you promoting the membership of PIFA? Paano pa kayo mas nag-iingay para mas marami ang maka-join at makapag-interest na sumali sa inyo? Ilan ba na ba ang members nyo ngayon?
Yeah, as of now we're almost 1,000, Pero almost 1,000 paying members. There was a time bumaba kami to almost 400-500. That is the time that we decided to waive the production requirements. That's 2020. So siguro going forward, what we would like to do, to create more interest for agents to join us, is that we would like to give them, access to more, yung more knowledgeable resource speakers, yung speakers that would provide more relevant education to them, yung ganun siguro. Second is that binabaan po namin yung aming annual membership fee from 800 to 640 this year to make it more affordable. So dalawa, siguro yung trust namin in terms of trying to increase our membership would be to provide more, more known speakers. Yung last SIS namin was headed by Risa Mantaring of Sun Life. So yun marami din kami umattend. So yun, parang ganun, ma'am.
Okay, so that's good, Kasi talagang dapat merong parang sinasabi, dapat may hakot factor.
Si Boss IB was one of our guests during one of our past congress, di ba, Sir IB? Boss IB. Invite ka namin soon.
Kailangan may hakot factor ang mga speaker.
Oo, may hakot. May mga Rex Mendoza, mga ganyan.
Yes, mga ganung level. Now, Jeff, marami rin nakikinig sa atin ng mga colleagues natin sa industriya, sa mga dati nating mga kasamahan.
Yeah.
paano sila makakatulong na i-promote ang PIFA app sa kanilang agency force?
All right. Now, we would be very happy to welcome new members to our association. Meron kaming website, no, pfap.org. All right. Or they can send an email to me, Alijeffty, that's my name, at gmail.com. And I would gladly help them through the process of how somebody can become a member of PFAP.
Okay, that's good. No? Kasi talagang kailangan natin more people promoting, no?
Salamat po. Salamat po for the opportunity.
Yes, oo. Now, do you see any occasion where you will be tying up with other industry associations like LUAP or GAMA?
Yeah, your previous guest nyo, si Karen Yulo, no, we are actually in an ongoing discussion right now to do a joint activity. No, I think this is a dream of a lot of my predecessors in the past. No, a joint LUAP PFAP activity. No, so pinag-uusapan namin ngayon yan ni Karen. No? So hopefully we will do this within the year.
Okay, that's good. No? At least yung second year of presidency.
In my final year, hopefully.
Ay magagawa nyo itong that's going to be a very ambitious project, no? Pero I believe na pag nangyari yan, maraming magbe-benefit, no? Both members ng PIFA app at members ng LUAP. How about with IC? Are you in coordination also with the Insurance Commission?
Actually, ma'am, on Tuesday we will have our outtaking dun sa office ni Attorney Funa. Next Tuesday, no? I think we're set at 2:00 in the afternoon. So we do this pre-pandemic, we do that regularly. Hindi lang namin nagawa noong 2020 and 2021 because of all of this lockdown, no? So 2022, we're back in his office for our annual outtaking. Yeah.
Okay. And may regular dialogue ba kayo with them?
Meron naman. No? Si Attorney Funa is also one of our suki, no, sa mga congress namin. No? So do sa annual congress namin, he usually makes the the opening speech, no, for that one-day congress. Yeah.
Okay. That's good, no? Kasi talagang kapag yung mga all forces, no, nagjo-join together, nagko-collaborate, no, greater things can be achieved.
Correct,
Greater things can be achieved. So, pagpatuloy mo yan, ha, Jen.
Salamat po.
Doon sa inyong joint undertaking ng LUAP. And our program Leaders in Action, no, we always say this to namin ni Mr. IB, is always open, no. Welcome kayo palagi dito.
Salamat po.
Your mga upcoming activities, no, and events, no, para gamitin natin tong platform na to so that more people can also know your mga projects and programs.
Salamat po.
I have high hopes sa inyong usapan with LUAP, knowing si Karen very open-minded din yun. Pagpunta mo kay Commissioner Funa, magdala ka na ng listahan para kagad-agad meron ka makuhang resulta, ha?
Yes, sir. Opo.
Mabilis umaksan yun kapag may dala ka na. Now, I was computing yung sinabi mo na 640 membership. Nag-say 6 SIS kayo, hindi ba?
Yeah.
So parang effectively for one session, 100 pesos.
100 pesos, yeah.
I can imagine the kind of ideas, insights, and sharing that they will get. So doon lang, I will really encourage advisors who can qualify in your membership to become members. No? Now, ito na naman tayo. Yes, di ba? Usap-usap. Pero ang bilis ng oras, matatapos na tayo. Meron lang akong gusto pakiusap. What message, again, talking about professionalism, anong message mo sa mga leaders natin sa industry, no, to help them in their effort to continuously raise the standard of the profession?
Okay. Now, for the leaders, no, I think yung mindset that they need to have is that, well, a lot of people talk about the new normal. No, walang new normal pagdating sa level of service that we provide our clients, no? While the financial environment might be undergoing changes brought about by the pandemic, no, yung leaders natin must constantly remind their financial advisors to remain steadfast, no, to enduring values. And what is this? Yung doing what is right for their clients, no. Now, leaders should, I think, continue to encourage yung continuous learning so that yung advisors natin would be able to adapt to the changing conditions, no. And I think the most important is na before an advisor should offer solutions. So they should first understand yung unique circumstances ng kanilang mga kliyente. And our leaders should be in the forefront of all of this effort, to adjust to the new normal. New normal yung environment, pero in terms of services, it should be based on enduring values, that would make a professional advisor professional.
Again, you've been very consistent from the time that we started. I always hear yung client interests always topmost. Yung parati mong sinasabi, learning and understanding it from the other's point of view. So isa na lang before Jeff, kasi ang bilis talaga ng oras ha. You are also a tried and tested leader, di ba? Alam naman natin yan. Through the years, you have been able and given the privilege to lead a number of groups of different organizations. So, I know you've mentioned that kanina na kailangan yung leader nasa front lines, di ba? But in addition to that, anong additional one trait or attitude or behavior ang iiwanan mo sa leader para mas mahusay siya moving forward?
They should be accessible. They should make themselves available to advisors every time the advisor would encounter certain difficulty in the market. Now, yung difficulty kasi ngayon siguro mas marami na given the circumstances, and certain advisors are very difficult to find during times of difficulties, So, yung knowledge is one thing, but they have to make themselves more accessible siguro. Maybe spend more time with the advisor, maybe more patient in explaining, siguro more time with the advisors. Yeah.
I totally agree, especially ngayon, di ba, yung mental health is a major challenge as well, di ba? So, very clear message from the PPAF president himself. Again, maraming salamat, Jeff, for sharing with us.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, boss.
Your plans, and we're happy that you're really going out there and sharing your ideas and insights to the rest of the industry.
Yeah.
Now, I hope that people who are listening, especially the leaders and their advisors, sana you gain confidence that meron tayong mga tao sa stasyon tulad ng PPAF na maaaring tumulong sa inyo so that you can move more successfully in the years ahead.
Thanks again, Jeff, for joining. Thanks again, Jeff, for joining our
My pleasure.
joining our real talk tonight. Thanks to the efforts of PFAAP and the other industry associations in continuously upskilling our agency force and upscaling their image, that more and more Filipinos are now considering insurance profession as a serious career options, diba? Kaya talagang parami na ng parami nagjo-join sa industriya kasi nakikita nila na pa-professional at pa-professional na ang mga advisors at mga leaders natin. So, good luck, Jeff, on all the programs that you have lined up for 2022 at ang hope ko ay marami ang mag-benefit sa ginagawa nyo ng iyong mga kasamaan sa PFAAP. So, all the best, Jeff.
Salamat. Thank you.
We also, of course, want to thank everyone listening tonight for spending your Thursday evening with us. We just hope that you and your advisors will avail of all the many learning opportunities being offered by Jeff and, of course, PPAF. As mentioned earlier, you can watch the full episode with Jeff on our FB page and YouTube channel. Jay, for next week, final episode na ng Season 3. So what do we have in store for our Leah friends next Thursday?
Mr. IB, for our finale episode, we are bringing back the Founder's Cut, where it is our turn to be interviewed on some relevant and mga pressing leadership issues. And next week, may kinalaman ito, Mr. IB, sa status na nating dalawa ngayon. Okay? Ano kaya yon, ha? So Jeff, may hula ka ba kung ano
Iibigan natin si Jeff.
Okay, so we will talk about retirement. Okay, kasi yun na yung status namin ngayon ni Mr. IB, no? So and to help us, no, facilitate our real talk next week, we will have as our guest interviewer the Chief Agency Officer of FWD, ang kaibs ng bayan, Mr. June Marasigan, no? So syempre Jeff, kilala mo si Kaibs.
Yeah.
Kasama din kayo ni Kaibs. So siya ang ating magiging guest interviewer next week. So I hope Jeff, you have the chance to join us next week. Makapanood ka.
Yeah.
Okay. And also our dear leaders, we invite you to join us in our masaya, no? I think it will be a masayang conversation, masayang kwentuhan with June next week. So that is March 31, the last Thursday of the month and the last Thursday of our season 3. Kasi after nun, Jeff, magbabakasyon na naman kami. Na naman kami ni Mr. IB for 1 month. So we hope everybody, you can join us in our finale episode next week. Again, that's March 31, Thursday, 8 p.m. here in Leaders in Action.
Real leaders.
Real stories.
Real talk. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jeff.
Thank you.
Maraming salamat.
Okay,
Thanks
welcome. Thank
everyone
you.
for watching. Stay safe.